Surprise! It is the Christmas Code Club. We're going to be doing a scratch project for everyone. It's going to be just some fun. How to make a snowball fight. There's instructions and stuff on the actual Code Club website, so we're going to go through those and get started with this. As you can see, we've got one sprite to begin with. That is our snowball sprite. In the costumes, it's got two. It's got the snowball, regular snowball, and then snowball aim. And that's what it'll kind of switch to when we go from like trying to actually fire the snowball at our target. But we're a ways away from that to start with. So what we want to do first is get the shooting mechanic down. So here's our snowball here in the corner. So we're going to say when the screen flag is clicked. So when it is good to go, we're going to wait a little bit. It's going to be just 0.5 seconds. Just half a second. And then I'm going to go to minus 200, minus 130. It's going to point in a direction of 90 degrees. It's going to switch costume to that aim costume we saw a second ago. I'm just going to repeat until mouse. Yeah, mouse down. So it knows, like, if that's to go back to what we did many months ago. Holding the mouse button down is what it's going to be looking for. So for holding the mouse button down, it's going to do what is inside this little repeat until, which will be that it is going to point towards the mouse cursor. Mouse pointer. There. So what should happen is there we are. So, in fact, it follows the mouse pointer. Oh, okay. So it's always going to be following the mouse pointer until we click the mouse button down, and then that is kind of like locked in the direction. Alright, so first part of this is done. Next is we need power. We need power. Specifically, we need a way for you to choose how strong this shot is going to be. So we have to make a variable. We're going to call it power. You see it in the corner there. I want it to be a slider. Just so that's going to give you a better indication of how strong the shot is going to be before you fire it. So we're also going to set. Oop, it was just there and I missed it. We're going to set power to 0 is the very first thing that happens, and then under repeat until down, we're going to shove another one. We'll repeat until not down. Until the mouse is not down. We're going to still say point towards the mouse pointer. But we are going to change the power, right? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So it's going to keep increasing the power for every, it's not making long because he's just waiting there for a while. It's going to like 0.1 of a second. So you keep the mouse button held down after choosing the direction. So, it'll be the angle. Actually, we can show it here, can't we, I guess. Choose the angle, hold the mouse button down, and the power's going to build. Let go. It's going to fly eventually. At the moment, it doesn't move. So we need to broadcast something at the very end of this. Let's just grab broadcast. This is going to be the throw. We're throwing a snowball. So now we've done that, we need something to happen to the snowball when it receives the message throw. So it's going to switch back to our old snowball costume. Switch back to that, and it's going to keep going until it hits the edge. So there we go, touching. There. So we got to grab the thing that says touching mouse pointer. We got to change it to touching the edge. So it's just going to keep moving a certain amount of steps that way, which I guess will match, actually, set to match the power. And then it's going to hide afterwards, because basically it's going to, you know, show up, disappear after that. Which means now we've added a hide to not make this messed up. We're going to have to add show back there as well, just so this actually works. Control machine. What happens to it? Hold down. It shoots off. Cool. Try it again just a little bit. Much slower shot. Perfect. This is going fine. Actually, I think if we just shove this into a forever loop here, then oh, didn't mean to move it. I'm not sure what I've done there. Why are you following me now? Why are you driving towards the mouse pointer? What have I done? That's better. Something about what I did with putting that forever in really mucked it up. Yeah, it's just used to drive around. Let's not mess with it forever. Don't need it. Don't need it. It seems to cause chaos. And then just Christmas. It's a relaxing time. Not stress out about it. So at the moment it just kind of shoots off. Like if this snowball was in say space, this would make sense. This would make a lot more sense in space. We're not going to be in space. I actually don't know what we're going to be in. Probably here. It's going to probably be about here. That kind of thing. So, it does make sense for it to float off. So, let's make this snowball make a bit more sense for the planet that we live on. So repeating not mouse bound, we're going to have an if in here as well. And it's going to have to be if power is less than 20. So 20 is like going to be as high as this slider will go, really. Oh, I should put power in there, don't I? Oh, right. Have I realized what I did wrong, Ellie? No. No, I haven't. I think that should be right. Oh, yeah. Alright, very quiet for a second there as I was thinking a lot. Okay, so 20 is as high as it'll go. That's good. That's one thing. That's one thing solved. The slider goes that high at the moment, so I think we can change the slider range so the highest the slider can go is 20. So, yeah, that's good, that's good, that's good. Then we want to start slowing it down, so in here, we're going to say that it's actually going to decrease in power by just a little, by minus 0.25. So that should mean it will slow down a bit. cool. Yeah, so, okay. Might put that back. I think this does something weird if I changed it. Well, there's something else going on that's weird, but it's because I haven't set anything for it to stop, so it just keeps decreasing in power and then goes backwards. So that's solvable. That's solvable. We just need another if in here. That's going to go right there. And then in that if, what do I want? If power, yeah, if power is greater than 0. Basically, assuming power won't ever get smaller than 0. That might lead to it, like, just stopping in there. But yeah, that just leads to it kind of stopping. So, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? We need gravity. We need gravity. So, we just need to change its y by -5, right? So, it's just going to constantly be trying to go down. So, if you use this really weak shot, it just goes nowhere. Oh, yeah, that's getting there. Oh, that's a bit more realistic, especially for me. That's about as hard as I would probably be able to throw a snowball. Is there? So that works. All right, so we can throw snowballs. We need something to throw them at. So new sprite. And seeing as it is that time of the year, for sure, it's got to be reindeer, right? He's a bit big. Should scale him down just a little. 75. Yeah, there we are. Boom. Okay, so we're gonna say forever if what? Yeah, forever if he touches the snowball, because that's what we're waiting out for, right? Is if he touches snowball, then it's just gonna say, "Oh, what do you say when you get hit by a snowball?" Ah, I think that's about it. You just go, ah. He could make the noise, but that would be too irritating. Let's just unless I can't remember where you can find that. See. So he's gonna save 2 seconds. That got me. Ah, he's gonna say, ah, oh, and then okay. So as he's there, you could just dial in the same shot every time, and it would always hit him, right? So you just go like, boom, like ah, it would work. So we need like 2 things here to make this more fun. I think this is fine. We need to go back to the snowball. We're going to add something in this lot here. I am going to have to sort that forever out, aren't I? Okay, well, whatever. We're going to broadcast something in this mess that's going to be called new shot. And new shot will be something the reindeer gets. So when he receives new shot, he is going to pick somewhere random to go on this line. So it's gonna X will be something between I forget how this works. So if I Yeah, because everything... Yeah, so that there is 0. So we won't go anywhere over here. We just need something to get in the way, because at the moment you could just shoot there, right? You could just shoot next to him. Actually, I kind of... This backdrop is really confusing me. Oh, yeah. So we need another sprite in here. We need a big rock. Oh, yeah. So now you can't just shoot over here, because you will absolutely hit this rock. So you're going to have to angle this shot. So, I don't think we have to do anything with the rock, actually. All we need to do is change this thing where it's like an ore, right? So touching edge and also touching the rock. Then, yeah. Because it's not like a lose, it's just your shot messed up. So, so if you hit this rock, if you hit the rock, ah! I hit the reindeer, I can't hit a rock. Oh, then it just disappears. I need to solve this thing here, because I want it to happen over and over again. I'm going to put that forever in here, and hopefully this stops driving around. What is this weird behavior I'm getting if I put the forever in? I don't know what I'm getting wrong there. That's the only part that I've messed up so far. There's a lot of other things you could do, like you could add more obstacles, make some sound effects when things get hit, but it's mostly there. I just can't, for some reason, make it loop forever. So that could be a challenge. Don't worry about the other challenges in the project that you could do after this. Just figure out why my project works completely fine until I try and make this happen over and over again, and it doesn't. What? Let's have a quick look. Just a quick one while I've got you here. What? Why am I messing up with this forever? Huh? Nope, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm stuck on that one. But hey, it's Christmas. It's the time for forgiving. It's a time for giving and a time for forgiving me for not knowing why that part doesn't work. But we have made, for the most part, a successful snowball game. Oof. Which I have to restart every time at the moment, but I make a game where you can adjust the power and angle of a shot of a snowball that is affected by gravity. That will stop when it hits a rock, and if you collide with a reindeer, man, that would have been really impressive if I got that at that time. And if it collides with a reindeer, you would win, but I didn't win. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the rest of the holiday. See what you can make, and I'll see you next time, next year, whenever. I'll be around.